Happy Monday. Welcome to Nellis Hall. I know, I'm just as surprised as you are. Shane Neal, Chris Foyne, somehow we usually our keys don't work on Monday, Chris, but here we are, Nellis Hall, try number 3. Red Ravens, Hutch Blue Dragons. They're finally going to get on the court tonight.
Are we sure about that? We have 30 minutes.
No, that's true. That's true. But both teams are in the building, warming up, which is better than the last 2 ones.
Yeah, that's for sure. That is for sure. We might actually get the final in by I don't know, Wednesday.
Well,
something like that.
Both teams play on Wednesday, so that would be ideal.
That would be.
That's right. But we have a lot to get into. It's our Imperial Vending Red Raven pregame show. Happy you're with us here on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. And obviously this matchup between Hutch and Coffeyville, a big one. Hutch hasn't played in 9 days since that loss to Independence last weekend. Ravens, of course, they had 10 days off before losing to Garden City on Saturday. So both teams really hungry for a win tonight, Chris. Hutch has a stale taste in their mouth from losing to Indy, and they haven't played in a week and a half. While the Ravens, they feel like they're better than the team that showed up on Saturday against Garden, looking to get back on track here tonight.
Absolutely, and and the thing I love about this Coffeyville team, no excuse. For whatever reason, no excuse. They feel like that, they can play better, and of course, we've shown that it's been shown that they can. So, getting some illness out of the way, getting back on track, you're absolutely right. I think we're going to see a pumped up Coffeyville team here tonight.
No question about that. And obviously, this Hutchinson team still more than capable without this individual, but a big piece of that team that we saw in round number 1 in December will not be playing tonight. That is the sophomore guard, Jaquez Thornton, who was out with a knee injury. He was averaging 16.5 points a game, 50% from the floor, 80% from the free throw line, 40% from 3. Chris, still plenty of capable guys on this team. Mikhail Abdul-Hamid, Khalil Arnold, Bo Aldridge, DJ Dudley, Bobby Cannon, Isaiah Jackson. It's still a great team. But losing Jaquez Thornton, that's a big loss for Kyle Fisher.
Absolutely. I mean, that was somebody that was in charge of their offense and a big piece of the puzzle. Of course, with Hutch especially, it's next man up. So that they're working hard to replicate the numbers that he would have. But I mean, even just the leadership on the floor, it's a big loss.
And with Thornton out, it will be DJ Dudley running the primary point tonight for Hutchinson, as he has done since Thornton suffered that knee injury. Chris, I think for the Ravens, one of the things I've really noticed in these last couple games, 3-point struggles, where this Raven team's really started to kind of lack that consistency beyond the arc. And a big part of that, I think, is obviously guys like Justin Taylor, guys like Tyrell Smith, guys like, even Brian Griffith and Trent Ruth starting to find their stride again from beyond the arc.
Absolutely, and that's a great thing to see. When you find 1 or 2 that are hitting that 3-point stride, and all of a sudden it's 3. It's almost like the sickness they had. It's easy to catch, and you got guys wanting to make up for maybe not hitting a few earlier. They've been working hard to try to get their 3-point stroke back, and it's coming.
Well, Justin Taylor had one of his best games as a Raven back against Hutchinson in December, 16 points, 9 assists, no turnovers. Obviously would love to see Justin have a similar type of night here tonight. Another thing I'm looking for from the Ravens, Chris, more production from that second team. We've heard from Coach Herc. We've heard from these players that everyone on this roster is good enough to be a starter, good enough to be a top 5 guy on this team. But I highlighted 4 guys here tonight. It's Tyrell Smith, Relya Nagulich, Konstantin Popovich, and Charles Caparaso. 4 guys that aren't in that starting lineup that the Ravens are going to need to play good basketball off the bench tonight.
These are guys that can take high percentage shots. They can make those high percentage shots. And defense, I mean, they're complete players. And, they can do it. I mean, it's one of those things where you can actually fresh 5, if you will, at any time with this team. And those 4 guys are key components to that fresh 5, if you will.
No doubt about it. And obviously game 1 between Hutch and Coffeyville, back and forth the entire way. Ravens snuck out of there with an 81-77 win over the Blue Dragons, and it seems like every time these two teams go to head-to-head, it's back and forth. But a big thing that swung momentum the way of the Ravens was their play down low. Isaiah Jackson, Bobby Cannon, really good players, Chris. But I think Coach Herkelman would agree with me, and we'll hear from him in just a few moments. Charles Caparaso, Rashid Kuda, Daniel Tomboy, Relya Nagulich, when you have those guys, you feel like you have the better forwards in every single game you play in. When Kuda and Tomboy took over out in Hutch, That's when the Ravens got the lead and won the game. They need Kuda, Tomboy, Nagulich, and Caparaso all to be big tonight early on.
Absolutely, and you mentioned two, but really any of the four can take over at any time. We've really seen it throughout the season that any one of the four can be great on both the offensive and defensive side of the ball, and you put two of them together, that's good stuff.
No doubt it is, and obviously, Chris, a big key for this Raven team defensively. They've been an elite team defensively all year, second in the league coming into tonight. Obviously, Saturday a little bit of an outlier, and part of that was just Garton shot the ball really well. But Bobby Cannon, one of the toughest players to slow down in this league. Antonio Chol, we saw him on Saturday with what he's able to do from that perspective. Cannon not quite as big as Chol is, but he's just as good of a scorer, just as dangerous of a weapon. He can score from anywhere on the floor. He's a guy that can handle the basketball, can get down inside. He's 15th in the league in rebounding. He's going to be a tough guard for these Raven forwards today. He had 18 points with 5 made threes in the first game against the Ravens, and he's coming off of a career-high 30 in his last game against Independence. Ravens going to have to play good defense on Cannon tonight.
Can you imagine being that tall and having that much quickness? It's a crazy combination. It's going to be fun to watch.
No question about that. We have, of course, Chris, one of my favorite things about this rivalry, maybe it's been beaten to death. I don't think it has been. Best of friends off the court and great rivalry on the court. Kyle Fisher, Jay Herkelman. It was supposed to be game number 1,000. Didn't quite work out that way. It's going to be game 1,001 for Coach Herc. And I know game 1,000 didn't quite go the way he wanted it to, but I know he's going to be looking to bounce back tonight. Kyle Fisher comes into this one 7-4 in his record against Coach Herkelman. I know Coach Herc loses a little bit of sleep thinking about that, and I know he's looking to make it win number 5 for him tonight.
I have a feeling that Coach Herc has a plan and is going to have his guys put that in place, and I think that record will kind of slim by the time we're done here tonight.
I hope you're right. Red Ravens, Hutch Blue Dragons. Hutch obviously in 5th place in the conference, looking to catch Butler for that top 4 spot, which is so important, that first round bye and that home game in the quarterfinals. Everybody wants to finish in the top 4. Hutch is right on the outside looking in. This is a huge game for the Blue Dragons tonight. Also a huge game for the Red Ravens. They're trying to stay alive in the conference title race. They get Cali on Saturday, but Cali doesn't mean anything if you can't win tonight. Yeah,
absolutely true. I mean, you got to get those W's as much as you can and as many as you can because, I mean,
Cali's not losing.
No, the top 4 in this conference is just absolutely incredible with just how close that race really is.
No question about it. Red Ravens, Blue Dragons, one of the best rivalries in junior college. It's coming up here in about 20 minutes on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. Let's take a 2-minute timeout. Coach Jay Herkelman joins us on the other side. It's the Imperial Vending Red Raven pregame show right here on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. We're back in 2 minutes.
Health assistance. You and your loved ones can lead enhanced lives with the caring and loving hands of the compassionate staff at medical lodges.
The same familiar faces with a new name. Community State Bank in Coffeyville is now Solutions North Bank. The same community bank you've come to know and enjoy is now bigger, and there's even more to love. Solutions North Bank will be able to offer more banking products and services to fit your individual needs. Stop by and say hello and check out SMB's options at the newest Solutions North Bank location in Coffeyville, formerly Community State Bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Helping you move forward. That's what Coffeyville Community College does. Whether you want to increase your ability to advance at work, learning to earn a 2-year, or just want to expand your horizons, Coffeyville Community College can help. And CCC is flexible, offering a traditional college setting, fast 8-week classes, or even online classes. Call CCC at 620-251-7700 or visit them online at coffeyville.edu. We are Coffeyville Community College.
Roman Chevrolet has a great selection of new 2024 Chevy Silverados, 1500 crew cab with up to $6,250 cash allowance. They have power, capability, and more reasons to upgrade this new year. At Roman Chevrolet, you always get more for your trade. It is the best dealership in Southeast Kansas. Roman Chevrolet is your Silverado City, located at 2313 West Main, Independence. Together, let's drive.
It's the Red Raven pregame show brought to you by our friends at Imperial Vending. Red Raven's back at Nellis Hall, getting ready for a matchup with the Hutchinson Blue Dragons. Now joined by men's head coach Jay Herkelman. Coach, thanks so much for the time as always. How you doing?
I'm good.
Coach, before we actually dive into this matchup, which should be a fun game here at Nellis, but your team now in the top 10 in the country. They come in at number 10 in this week's polls, and I know you're a guy that'll be like next game on the schedule. We still got business to take care of, but just another cool box checked off for this team this year. National top 10 team now. Obviously, people around the NJCAA see this team's potential and see this team's talent, and it's, I think, a pretty cool feeling for you and the players to see that, the junior college as a whole recognizes this team as a championship contender.
For sure. Told the guys in practice the other day, Monday when it came out, I told them congratulations. Your hard work's paying off. You got in the top 10. And now, obviously, we want to stay there and keep climbing the ladder, because that's what we've done. We went from not being ranked early in the year and just working our way up that ladder. It's hard. There's a lot of good teams in this country, and it's hard to get there. But the recognition of the Jayhawk Conference and how tough it is gets a lot of respect nationally. And to get to the point where we've got two teams in the top 10 in the country with Cali at number 9 and us at number 10 tells you how good this league is. Plus, you got Butler at 18 and Barton County at 22. So every night in this league, just as you and I talk about a lot, every night in this league, you got to be ready to go. Anybody can beat anybody and just be able to take on the challenge. And that's what these guys have been able to do. We've gotten to this point. Now we want to keep it going.
No question about it, Coach. And to win in this league, and like you said, on an every night basis, good teams just find ways. Sometimes it's a gritty defensive battle. Sometimes it's a high-scoring shootout. And I think that's really been one of the key pieces of this group's identity is you've gone with Butler and Seward County in a defensive battle and Colby in a defensive battle, and you've gone with Hutchinson and Independence in some shootouts. And this team, more times than not, has found a way to win and really seems to play their best basketball with the game on the line, like we talked about after the Independence game. And with big games coming up, Hutchinson tonight, still obviously got Cali, still got Barton, Butler down the road. That's an identity, and that's a trait of a team that, championship teams are a little bit different year to year, but every championship team has that.
Yeah, just being able to win different types of games. You're right. This team has shown the ability to be able to score some points when needed. They've shown the ability to really grind things out and play good defense and try to figure out a way to win it at the end of the game, as we've had to do a few times. So I think one of the things that plays into that a lot is just we aren't reliant on just one person. We have a number of different guys that are capable of scoring for us, and if somebody might be having a bad night, other guys are there to pick them up, and that's been the good thing with this team.
Coach, this Hutchinson team, of course, as we briefly talked about on the coaches show last week, they're going to be missing a key piece, Jaquez Thornton, out with an injury, a guy that was really their primary ball handler and one of their top scorers, but still some great guards in that backcourt with Kobe Smith, with a DJ Dudley, Bo Aldridge, Khalil Arnold. So there's still some good depth there in that backcourt. But how does the scheming for this Hutchinson offense change without Jaquez Thornton being out there?
Not a lot, not at all. It's been a little while since he's been out. They've played a number of games. They've adjusted. Dudley runs the point a lot for him now. Jaquez was a good player. Bad deal, when you're a sophomore and something like that happens. You don't want to see that happen to anybody. But Hutch has played a number of games now without him, so they've made the adjustments. And for us, there's not going to be a lot of adjustments either. We don't make a lot of different adjustments. We play our rules. Personnel is what's key for us. and we're going to have to do a good job with that.
And Coach, the forwards, the two primary forwards for this Hutchinson team, kind of a high-low duo. You have Bobby Cannon, who is coming off of a career-high 30 points in their game against Independence on Saturday, and he's kind of a guy that can pick and pop, can get out to the perimeter. And then you have Isaiah Jackson down low, who's more of a one-dimensional scorer, but is an elite-level defender inside on the defensive end. So what do you see from that duo and the way that they complement each other?
Yeah, Cannon can be a handful. As you said, he had 30 the other night against Independence. He's 6'9", long, shoots it well. He's very skilled. The first game we played over there, he hit 5 threes. We're going to have to do a better job on him in this game. Jackson is mainly a low post guy, and like you said, doesn't score a lot. He's kind of a blue collar guy down there, but is a very tough defender. And when we played at third place in the first half, he actually was really physical with Rashid and Charles, and did a nice job. Second half, we got some different stuff going. We attacked inside a little bit better against him, but yeah, he's a good, solid player. Coach, last thing I have for you, I appreciate your time here before tip-off, but very similarly to the first matchup, Hutchinson coming off of a couple games that they dropped. In game one, we had talked about how them being at home and already being a couple games back in the league standings, it almost felt like a must-win for them at the time, and now coming off of a couple losses, Indy on Saturday, and a chance to, they're battling with Butler and Barton to try and get back into that top 4 and have a potential home game in the quarterfinals. In a lot of ways, again, this feels like a must-win for the Blue Dragons. So you're going to get their absolute best shot. What's going to be the key to defending Nellis Hall? Yeah, we're anticipating that. Losing the other night to Indy definitely leaves a sour taste in their mouth. And just what you're saying, the importance of finishing in the top 4 to try to get that playoff game at home in the second round, those things are starting to come into play now. And so just for our guys, the good thing is we talked about getting ranked in the top 10. That is all great. Then that comes with it is the challenge of people coming at you. And this group, I think, will be ready to handle that. And we'll have to obviously score when the opportunities are there, which we got up to a slow start at Hutch. Hopefully we start a little faster tonight. But just always play that good, solid defense and rebound the ball. Fun matchup, as always. Ravens and Blue Dragons here at Nellis Hall. A very special night for Red Raven men's basketball. Coach Jay Herkelman, good enough to join us before tip-off. Thanks, Coach. Best of luck. Thank you.
Make your home more comforting with help from Derailed Commodity. Update your flooring with the area's largest selection of in-stock carpet, luxury vinyl plank, tile, area rugs, and more in many styles, brands, and colors. New furniture always brightens a home. We have a great selection of furniture, including sofa sets, recliners, and mattresses. Economy to premium, in stock and ready to brighten your home. Shop now at your local Derailed Commodity Flooring and Furniture, Brazelton and Independence, Kansas, and Joplin and Butler, Missouri.
Taco Mayo's new Filet Olé Steak Bowl is piled high with filet mignon.
It's filet mignon.
A heaping bowl loaded with refried beans, Mexicali rice, cheddar jack, sour cream, and tender filet mignon.
It's filet mignon.
Filet mignon. Filet mignon.
Filet mignon. Filet mignon.
Savor the juicy Filet Olé Steak Bowl stacked with filet mignon and only from Taco Mayo.
That's a wrap.
No, that's a bowl.
Do you want to keep more of your money or pay more for your next vehicle? If you want to keep more of your money, shop Perky's Used Cars just south of Coffeyville. Shop from a 2009 Cadillac Escalade Crew Cab all-wheel drive, just $12,900, or a 2013 Chevy Impala, only $53,995.
You'll pay less when you come by and see me, Al Perky, at Perky's Used Cars. We're a mile and a half west of the Woodshed on State Line Road, perkysusedcars.com.
A family member with a health issue doesn't mean they have to leave their home. Windsor Place At-Home Care can help them stay in the familiar and comfortable surroundings of their own home. Specializing in working with Medicaid patients, Windsor Place At-Home Care has supportive home care and all the resources to help make staying at home a reality. Find out more about what Windsor Place At-Home Care can do for you. Visit windsorplace.net.
At CRMC Medical Group, our primary care physicians and providers focus on ways to keep you and your family in good health, as well as care for them when they're not. Our family medicine and women's health physicians are accepting new patients. We have convenient office locations in Coffeyville and Independence with extended and Saturday hours in Coffeyville. If you need a physician or need to make an appointment, please call 620-688-6566. That's 620-688-6566.
I'm Adam Vanderlinden, General Manager of Imperial Vending. We were formerly Stevens Vending. We have a set of core values that we follow. True commitment to the community, true commitment to the surrounding area. All of the sandwiches that we put in the vending machines have a 5 to 7 day shelf life. Usually when those sandwiches go out of date, we always donate our products to Genesis. We have 16 branches, and all 16 branches follow that core value. Imperial Vending, world-class service.
My expectations every year is that we're going to win the conference.
Behind the back, and one, Chris Carroll. The Red Ravens chase a Jayhawk Conference Championship. This is Coffeyville Community College Red Raven basketball on US 98. Red Raven basketball is brought to you by Medical Lodge of Coffeyville, Solutions North Bank, Coffeyville Community.
Good evening. Welcome to Nellis Hall as the Red Ravens get ready to take on the Hutchinson Blue Dragons. Shane Neal, Chris Freund alongside with you. Chris, excited for this one. Red Ravens and Hutchinson, one of the best rivalries in all of junior college basketball. And it's not any different this year. Two top 5 teams in the Jayhawk Conference. Both think they're good enough to win this league. Both probably are good enough to win this league. Round 1 went to the Ravens in a slugfest. How's round 2 going to go tonight?
Well, you know, we have marked this on our calendar. We put a circle around it, then we X through it. We put another circle. You know what I mean. You know it's going to go back and forth. And it really is going to come down to that last 2 minutes, who can hit free throws, who can get good defensive stops. Whichever one can do that, they're going to come away. But it's going to be close.
Yep. We do have some breaking news for the Red Ravens here today. A little bit of a change to the starting lineup. We'll get you that full starting lineup here in just a moment. But no Justin Taylor tonight. Taylor out with a shoulder injury. Justin Taylor unavailable tonight for Jay Herkelman. So Konstantin Popovich will be in the starting lineup for the Red Ravens in the place of the injured Justin Taylor. We're going to see a lot of Trent Ruth and Brian Griffith, maybe even a little bit of Jeremiah Kemboy running the point guard tonight.
Which is very interesting because now both point guards that started the game 1 of this of the series are now out with injuries. So that's rather interesting to see how the offenses are going to change.
Which team's going to adjust better? That's what it comes down to, Chris. Red Ravens and Blue Dragons both coming off of losses. Hutchinson fell to Independence. Haven't played a game in 9 days. The Red Ravens, of course, they had 10 days off. Played on Saturday against Garden City. Came up short in that one. Looking to bounce back here tonight. Looks like we're about ready for the national anthem. Maybe?
Well, it's just rather interesting because, I mean, any team would have trouble going up against a team that shoots 14 threes. They shot, what was it, 48% from three-point range, 14 of 29 if I remember correctly. Right. And my gosh, anybody would have trouble defending that and then coming away with a victory.
Oh, there's not many teams that could have played defense on Garden City the way they played on Saturday.
Yeah,
there's
amazing.
No question about that.
It was amazing, yeah.
Just waiting for Dirk to give me the official thumbs up here. Tell you what, this band's fired up tonight.
Yeah, they're ready to go.
They're always loud, but this seems louder than normal.
Louder and prouder, Red Raven men.
That's absolutely right. Absolutely right. Ravens and Blue Dragons coming up. We're just about 5 minutes or so away from tip-off as the Ravens get ready to take the floor. Red Raven baseball, they're in the house. Hey, how about them? They're off to a 4-0 start this year.
Gotta love that.
Gotta love that.
Now Dirk is testing.
Here we go, Red Ravens and Blue Dragons national anthem coming up. Let's take a 2-minute timeout. We'll be right back on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network in 2 minutes. National anthem in the rear view mirror, and the Red Ravens about to run out onto the floor. Hutchinson out first. They are in the red jerseys with the blue trim, and of course are led by a man that the city of Coffeyville and this basketball program knows very well. Spent 7 years as an assistant. Did Kyle Fisher. Spent 5 years at Butler. Was outstanding, one of the best coaches in this conference, and he's having a very successful first year with the Hutchinson Blue Dragons as well.
Absolutely. Looking forward to this matchup, and it's always amazing and always awesome when two great coaches go against each other, and you definitely have that here tonight.
Coach Fisher, look at Coach Fisher showing some love to Dirk Andrews down there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dirk's still going to tell the fans to boo him.
Right, exactly.
That's just the rivalry.
Yeah, exactly, true.
I respect the effort.
Right. Sometimes you just got to do your job.
And the Red Ravens making their way to the door, led by Daniel Tomboy and Jeremiah Kemboy. Chris, I think on Saturday, obviously, again, not trying to discredit anything that Garden City did.
Right, exactly.
But I think one of the big things for the Ravens was it was exactly what Coach Herkelman told us it would be. It was a Daniel Tomboy at about 50-60%. Right. Tonight we should be getting a much more aggressive, much more energized Daniel Tomboy. And obviously, when he's on his game, he's a complete difference maker.
Can you say animal of a rebounder? Just a rebounding machine.
Ferocious.
Yeah, I mean, just a rebounding machine. And you're right. I mean, if that was 50 or 60%, holy cow, look out when he's 80, 90, 100 again.
And here come the Red Ravens. Again, if you're just now joining us, no Justin Taylor tonight, out with a shoulder injury. So the man at the back of the line, Brian Griffith, coming off of 24 points on Saturday. Of course, Coach Herkelman and Brian would be the first to tell you this is a team effort. It will take the whole team to beat Hutchinson here tonight. But obviously, it's no question number 2 going to have to step up with number 5 unavailable.
Absolutely, and you know number 2 loves the challenge.
Absolutely. I don't know if there's anybody in this building that loves the challenge more.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Coach Herkelman coaching in game number 1001 and going for win number 761. The 15th most wins in the history of junior college basketball.
Wow.
Can he get win number 5 against one of his best friends in Kyle Fisher? Let's get you starting lineups for both of these teams. First, for the visiting Hutchinson Blue Dragons. Starting at guard, a 6'4 sophomore out of Inglewood, California, number 0, DJ Dudley. Starting at guard, a 6'4 freshman out of Topeka, Kansas, number 1, Bo Aldridge. Starting at guard, a 6'4 sophomore out of Simpsonville, South Carolina, number 3, Khalil Arnold. Starting at guard, a 6'5 redshirt sophomore out of Seattle, Washington, number 10, Mikhail Abdul-Hamid. And starting at forward, a 6'10 sophomore out of Paragould, Arkansas, number 22, Isaiah Jackson. One more time for Hutch tonight. It's number 0, Dudley, number 1, Aldridge, number 3, Arnold, number 10, Abdul-Hamid, and number 22, Jackson. For the Red Ravens tonight, starting at guard, a 5'10 sophomore out of Owensboro, Kentucky, number 2, Brian Griffith. A 6'4 freshman out of Detroit, Michigan, number 3, Trenton Ruth. A 6'5 freshman out of the Congo, number 7, Daniel. I don't know why I did David. I've said Daniel all year. Daniel Tomboy. A 6'5 freshman out of Serbia, number 13, Konstantin Popovic. And a 6'7 freshman out of Ghana, number 32, Abdul Rashid Kuta. One more time for your Red Ravens. It's number 2, Griffith, number 3, Ruth, number 7, Daniel Tomboy, number 13, Popovic, and number 32, Kuta.
Good job, Danny Scott.
Thank you. Real Sihan Nilf moment right there.
It's Monday. Can we just say it's a Monday?
Lord,
We're not used to being
mercy.
here on a Monday.
Listen, I'm a man of routine, Chris, and when you take me out of my routine, anything can happen. Yeah. I haven't done a Monday game in I don't know how long.
Exactly.
One more time, Hutchinson and the Road Reds with the blue trim. Red Ravens in the white with the script red. Can the Ravens bounce back from a Saturday struggle to take down their rivals here at home?
You know, maybe it's actually a Tuesday, which would explain what happened last night.
Maybe.
I don't know.
We're not the only game happening tonight, believe it or not. Butler and Fort Hays Tech going head-to-head tonight as well. 2 Monday games in the Jayhawk Conference. You may never see that again.
Maybe not. And a game tomorrow.
Kuta and Jackson to tip. Here we go. It's the Blue Dragons off the tip. Bo Aldridge hands it off to DJ Dudley. Dudley on the left wing, guarded by Brian Griffith. Good size in this Hutchinson backcourt, 6'4", 6'4", 6'5". Arnold hands it off. Aldridge, step back, guarded by Tomboy. Gets inside, tough shot, is short. Rebound loose. Tomboy, Griffith, and Aldridge hit the deck. Hutch keeps it alive and gets a second chance opportunity. Arnold takes a 3, hits it. 3-0 Hutchinson on the offensive rebound score. Ravens have been better rebounding team than Hutchinson most of the season, but there you see a big offensive rebound allowed early in this one. There's a foul against Arnold and the Dragons. Ravens student section loving it. First on the man who hit the triple, Khalil Arnold, the sophomore out of Simpsonville, South Carolina. Inbounds goes to Trenton Ruth. Popovich starting for the injured Justin Taylor tonight. Ruth swings it to Popovich. Now back to Ruth, 10 to shoot, down low Kuta. Kuta really changed this game when they matched up in Hutchinson. He goes right at Jackson. Kuta the reverse and puts it up and in. How do you defend that? Isaiah Jackson, one of the best defensive forwards in this league. You can't stop that.
No, you can't. And when you're able to use the rim as help, that's even better.
3-2 Blue Dragons. Both teams score on their opening possession. Dudley, he's running point with Jaquez Thornton out for the year. Dudley, and that one intercepted by Popovich. Up ahead to Griffith. Griffith all the way inside is fouled. And that'll be on Abdul-Hamid. 2 early fouls against the Blue Dragons. Aggressive Red Raven offense early in this one.
Love it. Love this. Minute and a half in.
Inbounds goes to Brian Griffith. Griffith will run a primary point guard tonight with no Justin Taylor. Brian, crossover, going at Abdul-Hamid. Popovich winds up for 3. That one's short. Rebound pulled down by Aldridge. Hutch has a ton of speed. Here they come in transition. Aldridge, full head of steam, two-hand stuff. 5-2 Hutch. Ruth the drive, had it poked by Jackson, kept alive by the Dragons. Hutchinson playing some good defense early, but that one's stolen by Popovich. His second takeaway. Ruth hands off KP, floater is good. Konstantin Popovich, defense early for the freshman, and he gets 2 points. Arnold, jump shot, no. Tomboy and Jackson battle for it. Red Raven ball. You said it in the pregame, Chris. I couldn't agree more. We're not going to know who wins this game for another about 37 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to come down to the last 2-3 minutes. We'll be lucky if we know who's going to win by the 5 minutes to go in this game.
We'll be lucky if we know who wins by the end of regulation.
That's true.
Brian Griffith has it. Ravens trying to take their first lead of the night. Kuda going at Jackson again. Rashid down low. Pressure. Help defense blocked. Kuda trying to run it down, and a foul called against Kuda. First on Rashid Kuda. First also on the Red Ravens. And we'll see Caparasso check in. Isaiah Jackson's a great defender, Chris, but Hutch does not have the size that the Ravens have down low. I wonder if in the right situation tonight, could this be when Jay Herkelman puts Kuda and Caparasso on the floor together to really try and dominate down low?
You know, if that happens, I don't know how I'm gonna react, folks. Just be warned.
Pick and roll, Jackson finding Dudley. Good look for three. DJ Dudley missed it. Rebound, Tomboy. Ravens with another chance to take the lead. 17:08 to go first half. Ruth probing, kicking, Griffith. Nice ball fake. Bryan back to Ruth. Nice give and go. Ravens, Griffith, deep three, and he can't hit it off the front of the rim. Out of bounds. Hutchinson basketball. Wild 3 minutes to start this one.
Did we expect anything else?
Both of these teams are incredibly fast whenever they play, but it feels like they get faster when they play each other.
I don't know how, but you're right.
Arnold hands off Dudley. Dudley guarded by Ruth. Dudley probing right. Double team comes. Good recovery by the Raven defense. Arnold had it poked, got it back. Now the kick to Aldridge. Aldridge, crossover move on Tomboy. Looking for space. Tough finish. He got it. 4 early for Bo Aldridge, the freshman out of Topeka. 7-4 Hutch. About 3.5 into this one. Caparasso pass to Popovich. Down low, that's Tomboy. Goes up, missed it. Got his own rebound, Tomboy. Not giving up on the play, and he puts it up and in.
Nice job on the second effort and a crowd of people to get that basket.
Daniel Tomboy, one of the best rebounders in this league. Abdul Hamid, handoff Arnold. 7-6 Blue Dragons, 4 minutes in. Largest lead of the game, 3. Exactly what you'd expect. Dudley, guarded by Griffith, spinning inside. Caparasso there with the help. Arnold for 3, missed it. Rebound Tomboy. Ravens can take their first lead of the night. Here comes Ruth. Ruth slowing down, working right, guarded by Aldridge. 2 of the best freshmen in this league. Griffith now backing up. He's guarded by DJ Dudley. Brian Griffith, pass right. Ruth. Ruth wanting to go ISO ball. Now Griffith. We'll see those two heavily involved in the offense tonight. Popovich a 3, and in and out. That one was halfway home for Konstantin Popovich. Stays 7-6 Hutch. Dudley guarded by Popovich. And that's a very tough jump shot. He sunk it.
Goodness.
Couldn't play better defense there if you're Popovich.
No, that's for sure.
9-6 Blue Dragons. They've been able to stay 1 score ahead of the Ravens the first 5 minutes in. Tomboy, aggressive take, lost it, got it back. Tomboy, a lot of contact, and they call it a clean block. Dudley coming the other way, all the way inside, lays it up and in. 11-6 Hutch, their largest lead of the first half so far. Ruth, pass right. Beg your pardon, pass left. Tomboy, again being aggressive. Ruth winds up a 3, in and out. Ravens have had 2 that have seemed like they're halfway home and spun out. Up ahead, Jackson, that one intercepted. Here comes Ruth. Griffith fakes the 3 this time, getting in the lane. Brian Griffith left it short. Caparasso there to clean it up. Good hustle there from Charles Caparasso. 11-8.
There were 3 Hutch players there, and somehow Charles Caporaso got the offensive board and put it in.
I don't think they realized how close Charles was to that ball.
I don't think so.
11-8 Blue Dragons. We are 6 minutes into this one. DJ Dudley guarded by Brian Griffith. Now Bo Aldridge, who has 4 early for Hutch. Aldridge, pass, Abdul Hamid. This team's best three-point shooter. This is a mid-range jump shot. He missed it. Rebound pulled down by Griffith. Tomboy hit the deck. Seems like Daniel's okay. Here comes Griffith. Pass to Ruth. Ruth, extra pass to Popovich. Ravens down 3, trying to get their offense into a rhythm. Tomboy wanting to go backing down the freshman. Tough shot, no. Caporaso cleans it up. A monster dunk and one. And a roar from Caporaso. Oh my goodness. We just saw the primal animal of Caporaso come out.
Strange when you see a 7-footer get angry.
Media timeout. Charles Caporaso, the roar of a lion. Ravens can tie it at the line. We're back in a minute. 11-10, Blue Dragons lead this one early. Shea Neal, Chris Freund with you here at Nellis Hall. Monday night action in the Jayhawk Conference. Charles Caporaso will step to the free throw line with a chance to tie this game. He's got an early 4 points on a couple offensive rebound putbacks.
Who needs Monday Night Football, Shea? We have Monday Night Basketball.
Listen, Monday Night Jayhawk Basketball is a good marketing idea.
Like it, yeah.
Have the game of the weekend on Monday night. There you go. Caporaso's free throw no good, and Hutchinson maintains a 1-point lead. Ravens have yet to tie or take the lead since it was 0-0. Kaysen Thomas, Relya Nagulich, Tyrell Smith, and Jeremiah Kemboy all into the game. 3 from Cannon is off. Offensive rebound, Amari Davis missed the shot. Rebound taken by Kemboy. So the Ravens get a defensive stop, now trying to take their first lead 7 minutes into this one. Tyrell Smith. Tyrell has such a deep offensive tool set, Chris. He could be a really impactful player down the stretch if he can get hot offensively.
Absolutely.
Nagulich backing down. Relya into the post. Tough shot. Good! Relya Nagulich. Spinning jump shot puts the Ravens in front.
Nice shot from the inner circle there.
Relya might be this team's best player from mid-range. 12.5 to go first half. Ravens 12, Hutch 11. This is Bo Aldridge. Crossover move on Caporaso. Now Cannon. Cannon had 30 in his last game. Missed his first shot tonight. Aldridge, the attack. Aldridge all the way inside. He is so quick.
Goodness.
13-12, Bo Aldridge with 6. Kemboy harassed. Gets it to Kaysen Thomas. Now Tyrell Smith steps into a 3. Missed it off the right rim. And the rebound pulled down by Aldridge. We are 8 minutes in. Hutch leads this one 13-12. Ravens' struggles from beyond the arc have continued early in this one. Aldridge a 3. That one is off. And the rebound, Caporaso, but he lost it. Caporaso thought he was hooked by Amari Davis. That'll bring us to another media timeout. 11:51 to go first half. Hutch 13, Ravens 12. We're back in 60 seconds on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. 13-12, Hutchinson leads this one, 11:51 to go first half. Shane Neal, Chris Freund alongside with you. It'll be Blue Dragon basketball out of the media timeout. Pretty back and forth game so far. Hutch has had the lead for most of it. Ravens got their first lead on a Nagulich jump shot about a minute ago, but Chris, we've seen the three-point struggles of the Red Ravens continue in the first 8 minutes of this one.
Absolutely.
Abdul Hamid. Kobe Smith is into the game for Hutch. He has it on the left wing. Also into the game is Javon Gamery. Smith, fading jump shot, is off. Rebound taken by Davis. Another offensive rebound for Hutch. Down low, Davis. Davis backing down Nagulich, goes up and can't get it. Rebound still loose, and finally the Ravens pull it down. Nagulich, Thomas to a cutting Kuda, going all the way inside. And will they call it an and one? No. They're going to say a travel on Kuda. I didn't see the third step. But the Ravens turn it over. It's still 13-12 Hutch, 11-13 to go first half. Gamery. Guarded by Kaysen Thomas. Pick and roll, that pass is high, and Hutch turns it over. Kyle Fisher has some words there with his point guard. Kemboy brings it up for the Red Ravens, down a point. 9 minutes in, feels like the Ravens off to a pretty slow start offensively, yet only down one. Nagulich, Davis, and Kuda both hit the floor. Kemboy shot well off, and a foul down low against Hutch. That'll be on Amari Davis. Davis is a 6'9" freshman out of Sparks, Nevada. And he's called for his first foul, fourth against the Blue Dragons. So an inbounds here for the Red Ravens, still down just a point, but they've been down for most of this game. Kemboy looking to get a pass in, finding Nagulich. Mid-range jump shot is off. Rebound Jackson. Ravens have really cooled off in the last 3 minutes. Cannon attacking on the smaller Kaysen Thomas, and he traveled. Kaysen stays in front and forces the 6'9" forward to turn it over.
Something that tells me that's kind of a rarity.
A 5'11" stopping a 6'9" guy, it doesn't happen a lot.
No.
Especially a 6'9" guy as talented as that.
Exactly.
Kemboy on the right wing, guarded by Gamery. Kemboy hands it off to Kaysen Thomas. Ravens struggling offensively early in this one, down just a point. Nagulich, he hit a shot earlier. He's trying to go to work against Bobby Cannon. Tough shot, short. Another empty possession for the Red Ravens. Hutch defense really, I think, forcing the Ravens into inopportune shots in this first 10 minutes. Dudley attacking, spinning off of Nagulich. Fading jump shot is off. Rebound, Jackson able to pull it down. Another offensive rebound for Hutch. And there's a travel against Jackson. So Hutchinson, they're keeping the Ravens close with these turnovers. The Ravens ice cold on the offensive end. And that's what we talked about before the game, Chris. Guys out there right now, Kaysen Thomas, Nagulich, Tyrell Smith. Got to step up in the second unit. As Kemboy is fouled there by Gamery. Fifth against Hutch. He had some words there. Let's see what our officials officially determine. Fouls on Gamery. Just making sure there's nothing additional. Doesn't appear like there is. Gamery, a 5'10" freshman out of Atlanta. Raven basketball down one. Inbounds goes to Kemboy. Kemboy, handoff Nagulich. Nagulich guarded by Bobby Cannon. 10 to shoot. Tyrell Smith, Nagulich, Thomas, 5 to shoot. Ravens really having trouble creating offense right now. Kuda can't hit the shot, and the rebound over and back. The call against Nagulich. Second foul on the Red Ravens. And Jay Herkelman sending his starters back out there. I don't think he really has a choice. Just no offensive flow in this last 5 minutes or so for the Red Ravens.
So the only one staying out there is Kuda.
So it makes the original starting 5.
Yeah.
Tomboy, Popovich, Kuda, Griffith, and Ruth. Cannon going at Ruth. Freshman on freshman. He put it in. Bobby Cannon coming off a career-high 30 last weekend. Tomboy. Pass to Griffith. Bryan. Screen comes from Kuda. This Hutch defense very aggressive early in this one. Tomboy backing down. Spinning on Cannon. Going up. Missed the shot. Another Raven shot spins out. Cannon in transition, three-pointer, good. 5 quickly for Bobby Cannon. How long does Jay Herkelman let it go on? Griffith, guarded by Gamery. Ruth finding Bryan. Bryan to Kuda. Kuda down low, fouled by Bobby Cannon. 6th foul against Hutch. First foul on Cannon, 6th on Hutch. Trent Ruth. Ravens need a bucket in the worst possible way. Griffith trying to create. One of the best in the league at this. Bryan puts it in traffic. 18-14, much needed score for the Red Ravens.
Yeah, it was a huge score from Bryan.
Gamery pressured by Bryan. Bryan staying right with him. Dudley guarded by Ruth. Screen comes from Cannon. Dudley gets to the baseline. Nice ball fake. Dudley in trouble now. Throws it and throws it away. Bryan Griffith runs it down. And Bryan and one. Bryan Griffith. Griffith and Cannon get tangled up. And single-handedly, Bryan revives the Raven offense. Media timeout. Raven offense was ice cold in about 25 seconds. Bryan Griffith with the defibrillator. Ravens back in it. We're back in a minute. Ravens back within 2 as Bryan Griffith with scores on back-to-back possessions. A tough layup in traffic. And then after a bad pass, the steal, the score, plus the foul. He'll have a chance to cut it to 1 at the free throw line. Chris, one of the things I call Bryan Griffith a microwave scorer. He's a guy that can get hot really fast, and when he gets hot, he's one of the best in the Jayhawk at scoring the basketball.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And those were drives to the basket. And
Brian cuts it to 1 with a free throw.
To me, that's what this team needs to do more of until they can get warm from 3.
18-17, Ravens trail by 1. Popovich nearly had his 3rd steal of the half. Hutch has been a little careless with some of these passes tonight. Dudley, crossover, going at Ruth, and he's fouled. First on Trent, 3rd on the Ravens. I see Tony Turner across the gym from us. See Nick Dober a little bit down to the right. Stars are out for Hutch Coffeyville here tonight, as you might imagine.
I would think so.
Bobby Cannon's got a quick 5. He's going to take a tough shot, and he missed it. Rebound Popovich. Ravens trying to grab the lead back. Here comes Brian Griffith. Ruth, 7 minutes to go first half. It's been a defensive battle so far tonight. Brian thought about the heat check 3. He's guarded by Arnold. 15 to shoot. Ruth getting around Dudley. Tough jump shot. No good. Ruth ended up falling. Rebound pulled down by Hutch. Aldridge hands it off to Jackson. Right back to Aldridge. He is so quick. Gets inside. Missed the shot. Dudley tips it home. DJ Dudley, who plays point guard now with the injury to Jaquez Thornton. 20-17. Hutch by 3. Griffith. What a spin. Brian all the way. And he's fouled again. Oh, my goodness. I challenge anybody to watch any other point guard in this league the rest of the year pull off a better spin move than that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, my goodness.
Incredible.
Second foul on Isaiah Jackson, the starting forward for the Hutch Blue Dragons. One of their best defenders, something to keep an eye on. Kyle Fisher, a smart guy. Wouldn't call 2 fouls foul trouble, but if he gets that 3rd, definitely something to keep an eye on.
Definitely.
First free throw for Griffith is money. We'll see Amari Davis check back in for Jackson. And another thing, the Ravens struggling to shoot the basketball in this first half. This can be a way they create offense. Be aggressive, get to the free throw line, convert on your opportunities at the stripe.
Absolutely. I mean, Hutch already with 18 fouls, and we've still got 6:24 to go in this half.
Brian trying to cut it back down to 1. He got it. Brian Griffith has been the Raven offense the last 5 minutes. 20-19, Blue Dragons lead it. 6:16 to go first half. Abdul Hamid hands off Aldridge. Aldridge looking for a pass. He's guarded by Tomboy. Dudley. Dudley behind the back. Dudley wanting to probe. Tough shot. Good. DJ Dudley over Trent Ruth. Hutchinson keeping their 3-point lead. 22-19. Under 6 to play first half. Kuda. Hand off to Brian Griffith. This is a deep 3 for the tie. Not that time. Tomboy got a hand on it. Kept it alive. Daniel Tomboy. Effort play. Down low trying to get it to Kuda, and he keeps it alive. Davis trying to deny it to Rashid Kuda right now. Brian, hand off to Ruth. 6 to shoot. Now Kuda's got it. Spinning. Going up. Kuda puts it in. You cannot defend that.
That's 3 times now. He's had really good positioning, really good defense, and Kuda's still able to make the basket.
22-21. Hutch leading by 1. Dudley, Abdul Hamid sends the 3. Got it. Hutchinson refusing to let the Ravens back in front. Griffith tried to do a pick and roll with Kuda. It wasn't there. Popovich. Now Ruth. Now Griffith. Brian dancing. Getting inside. Lost the basketball. Up ahead. This is Arnold. Arnold picked up. Double team. Finding Dudley through his hands. And he's able to keep it alive and find Davis, but it's tipped and stolen. Ravens with another takeaway. That's been huge. Popovich a 3, and he missed it. Ravens ice cold from downtown.
Goodness.
Davis inside, kick to Arnold. Nice ball fake. Arnold inside and missed it. Tipped up, Ruth pulls it down. Ravens still down just 4, despite what has been an overall very disappointing first half. Griffith with the left hand. That is beautiful. Brian Griffith, my goodness. How did he manage to hang in the air for what felt like 5 seconds? Inside, Arnold, fouled by Kuda. That'll be his second. 2 fouls on Rashid Kuda. Charles Caparasso about to check back in along with Nagulich and Kaysen Thomas. Free throws here for Khalil Arnold. On the season, Arnold, solid free throw shooter, 72%. Averages 9 a game, the sophomore out of Simpsonville, South Carolina. Griffith, Ruth, Thomas, Nagulich, Caparasso. That's the 5 out there. First free throw is good. Bobby Cannon will check back in for DJ Dudley. Pardon me. Cannon coming in for Abdul Hamid. One more here for Arnold, trying to make it a 27-23 lead for Hutch. And he got it. Credit to the Dragons. They've taken this lead, and they have not given it up. 27-23, Ruth brings it up. Trent guarded by Bo Aldridge. It's a little bit of a soft zone here from Hutch. Not as aggressive as they were early. Ruth finding Nagulich. He'll send a triple. He got it! Relia Nagulich, the 3 that takes the weight of the world off the Ravens' shoulders. And on the drive, Aldridge with the stuff. 29-26. Every time the Ravens score, the Dragons seem to have a response.
Coffeyville's had a lead for what, about 10 seconds?
If that.
Yeah.
Kaysen Thomas probing, stopping on a dime. Nagulich wanting to go at Arnold. Double team comes. Relia missed that one. Tipped up in the air. Caparasso couldn't pull it down. Hutch basketball leading by 3. 3:07 to go first half. Cannon, Dudley. Dudley, pull up jump shot. You bet. 31-26. Hutch has a 5-point lead. They've been up about 3 to 5 points for most of the night. Ruth to Griffith, back to Ruth. He'll try a 3. He missed it. I think that shot's rushed, Chris. Dudley slows it down, hands it off to Cannon. Cannon to Arnold. Arnold thought about the 3. Griffith stays with him. Step back 2 is short. Rebound taken by Ruth. Ruth up ahead to Thomas. He makes the catch, and it's blocked from behind by Cannon, and it's Hutch ball. Ravens can't believe it. Media timeout. Ravens down 5. We'll take a 60-second timeout and be right back.
In Missouri and Oklahoma.
31-26. Hutchinson leads it. 2:17 to go first half. Shane Hill, Chris Freund alongside with you. It will be Raven ball. They reversed the call during the timeout. So we've got Nick Dobler, Tony Turner, and Jake Martin all within eyesight here tonight. This is quite the cast.
Yeah, no doubt.
Jake Martin brought an army with him. Inbounds play. Ruth gets it to Brian Griffith. Griffith guarded by Abdul Hamid. Spin move. Brian all the way inside. Fouled. Second on Abdul Hamid. Pardon me, they'll change it to the second on Amari Davis. More free throws coming for Brian Griffith. If you're the Ravens, Chris, I mean, the struggles you've had from beyond the arc, struggles you've really had to create offense outside of Brian Griffith. First free throw on its way and good. You have to be pretty happy you're down 4.
Right.
It could be a whole lot worse.
Yeah. There's a little bit of unusual turnovers for Hutch's offense so far in this game. The creative ability of Brian Griffith is absolutely incredible.
One more for Brian, trying to get it down to 3, and he does. 31-28, Brian Griffith has been a revelation for the Red Raven offense here in the first half. Dudley probing right, guarded by Ruth. 2 minutes left first half. Can the Ravens go on a late first half run and get some momentum? Aldridge going at Kaysen Thomas. The drive and kick to Cannon. Cannon bobbled it, gets it back. Cannon handoff Dudley. Dudley picked up by Nagulich. Dudley the drive. Dudley tiptoes the baseline. Didn't do well enough. Stepped on it, turnover. Heck of an effort by Dudley, but just a toenail on the line. That's enough.
Incredible ball work.
The first thing I always say about Hutch, Chris, is they're well coached, man. Kyle Fisher does a great job with this team.
Yeah, no doubt.
They do not make many mistakes.
No.
This is Kaysen Thomas. Thomas to Nagulich. Nagulich attacking. Nagulich going right at Bobby Cannon. He was cut off. Gets it to Kaysen Thomas. 10 to shoot. Kaysen in trouble, finding Nagulich. Relia back to Kaysen. Gotta go. 5 seconds to shoot. Ruth down low, Caparazzo. He puts it up, missed it. Rebound Cannon. Another possession where the Ravens just cannot get any space on the offensive end.
That was a very athletic rebound by Cannon.
Screen comes from Davis. Dudley guarded by Ruth. Under a minute to go first half. Hutch has the ball up by 3. Davis fakes the handoff. Now Dudley. Dudley behind the back trying to create some space. Pick and roll. Davis throws it up. Got it. Amari Davis puts it up and in. 33-28, Blue Dragons. Ruth pressured, gets it to Brian Griffith. Brian all the way inside again, travel. A timeout called by Kyle Fisher. It'll be Hutch ball leading by 5. Ravens wanting an explanation. Brian Griffith very upset with that call.
Oh, absolutely.
But it will be Hutch basketball. We'll stay here. Something that's impressed me about the Dragons in this first half, Chris, is the way that they're mixing and matching their coverages on defense. You see them mix and match that soft zone with that more pressure on the perimeter. I think that's really keeping the Ravens off balance in this first half.
Absolutely. You don't know what's gonna hit you until almost it's too late. And by then, you either have a shot that didn't go in or it's a turnover. So, yeah, you're absolutely right.
One of the things we had talked about in the pregame is the Ravens struggling beyond the arc. That has continued here in this first half tonight. Just one made 3 from Coffeyville in this first half. Bobby Cannon to inbound it for Hutch. Ravens could really use a stop and a score, get it down to 1 possession going into the locker room. DJ Dudley bringing it up. Aldridge probing, getting all the way inside. That's such a good move. Bo Aldridge. And a timeout taken by Coach Herkelman. Dragons have their largest lead of the night. They're up 7. We're back in 30 seconds here on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. 35-28, Hutchinson leading Raven basketball to 25.5 seconds to go in this first half. Shot clock is off. Ravens can hold for the final shot if they choose. If you're the Ravens, you'll take any bucket you can get, whether it comes in 3 seconds or 25.
Right.
Don't have the numbers in front of me yet. We'll get those to you at halftime. But I'd have to imagine the Ravens, outside of Brian Griffith, have got to be shooting sub 20%. Trent Ruth, guarded closely by Aldridge. 2'6'4" freshman, among the best in the Jayhawk Conference. Ruth, pressured, Griffith. 7 seconds, Griffith. Hutch showing pressure. Ruth, the drive, floater, he got it! Trent Ruth, a very tough shot to end the first half. And the Ravens with just a shred of momentum to take into the locker room or score at the break. Hutch 35, Ravens 30. We have the Red Raven halftime show brought to you by Solutions North Bank. Coming up next, let's take a 4-minute timeout. We'll be back in 4 here on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. Ravens down 5. We're back in 4 here from Nellis Hall.
Red Ravens captured a share of the 2021
Brought to you by our friends at Solutions North Bank. Shane Neal, Chris Freund alongside with you. Ravens down 35-30 at the break in this one. Chris, it feels like you look at the numbers here. Hutch shooting 50% in that first half, winning the rebound battle. Almost everything went Hutch's way, yet the Ravens are only down 5. If you're Jay Herkelman, obviously you're frustrated and you feel like you can play better, but you also kind of feel lucky that you're only down 5.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, Hutch had a few more turnovers than they normally would in that first half.
9 in that first half.
Wow, that's really un-Hutch-like, if you will, to have that many turnovers and so many shots at the rim didn't go in for Coffeyville that would normally go in.
We got a half-court shot dropping tonight. Oh,
that was close.
Man. Here we go. Oh, that's got the. Oh, thought that had the angle. All right, who's got it? We'll get to first half stats here in just a moment. I'm not missing this.
No.
What if somebody hits it?
Well, somebody did, I believe.
Phil Kinley. For the second straight game. A little too much oomph on that one. If the goal was to hit the shot clock, you did it.
Oh.
Come on. End it. Oh. Man.
Well, the $100 is safe again tonight.
Let's get your first half stats here in this one. Hutchinson shoots 50% from the field, 43% from 3, 2 out of 2 at the free throw line. Ravens, 35% from the field, 10% from 3, just 1 of 10, 5 of 6 at the free throw line. Chris, we talked about it before the game. We're going to talk about it here again at halftime. The Ravens want any chance of winning this game against a good Hutch team. You got to find a way to hit some threes.
There's the difference. That's the difference in this half so far. 1 of 10 from 3. You got to make more. You just got to find a way to make more, and you wouldn't be down by 5.
DJ Dudley, Bo Aldridge each have 10 for the Blue Dragons, 5 for Khalil Arnold, 5 for Bobby Cannon, 3 for Mikhail Abdul-Hamid. For the Red Ravens tonight, 11 for Brian Griffith, 5 for Relia Nagulich, 4 for Kuda, 4 for Caparasso, and 2 for Popovich, 2 for Tomboy, 2 for Ruth so far tonight for the Red Ravens. Chris, we talked about the three-point shooting, but what else do the Ravens need to do to find a way to find some answers against this really good Hutch defense that's played well so far tonight?
I really think it all comes down to driving. You got to get in the lane and just get some drives that are either going to get you the bucket or get you to the foul line, just because that seems to be the thing that is working so far here tonight, especially with the creative ability of Brian Griffith. When he's not scoring, he's getting to the free throw line. And if that's working for Brian, I think it can work for Popovich or for Nagulich or for even Kuda is able to get to the line.
The two primary centers for this Hutch team both picked up 2 fouls in that first half, Isaiah Jackson and Amari Davis. So something to keep an eye on if the Ravens start to be a little bit more aggressive getting inside. Again, reminder, back obviously December was a long time ago, but when the Ravens beat the Hutch Blue Dragons back in December, big reason why that game shifted in the second half. The Ravens were down by 4 at halftime out in Hutchinson, but outscored the Blue Dragons by 8 in the second half because they got the ball inside and put the pressure on Hutch in the paint.
Absolutely, and I think they need to do that again in the second half of this game.
Couldn't agree more. We'll get you some scores from around the conference here in just a moment as soon as the Nellis Hall Wi-Fi puts up with me and cooperates here. We got one other game going on tonight, Butler and Fort Hays Tech, and on the ladies' side of that game, Butler in control pretty early.
I'd say so.
23-3 scoring that one. Butler not messing around tonight.
No, they're not.
No, they are not. Butler girls, they are in 4th in the conference, trying to lock up that first-round bye. Butler boys come in tonight, also 4th in the league, trying to hang on against Hutch. So, big night for Butler as well.
No doubt about it. It's interesting to me, the styles of these two coaches. You can tell they coach together. They work together. It's amazing.
They coach very similarly.
Even the timeout taken by Coach Fisher with what was about 39 seconds left.
Yep.
So even they take timeouts basically the same way.
Funny, I'm spending 7 years together.
That's
could maybe influence a few things. How about that? Coach Herc and Coach Fisher have had some great battles over the years. They've got another good one here tonight. Blue Dragons lead this one 35-30 at the half. Ravens trying to complete another second half comeback and sweep the regular season series with the Blue Dragons. Let's take another 4-minute timeout. This has been our Red Raven Halftime Show, brought to you by our friends at Solutions North Bank. We're stepping away for 4 minutes. When we come back, second half action. Ravens trying to complete the 5-point comeback when we return to Nellis Hall in 4 minutes on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. Hutchinson the lead as we get ready for second half action here from Nellis Hall. Shea Neal, Chris Freund alongside with you. Monday Night Hoops at Nellis Hall. And Chris, as we see right in front of us, the Red Ravens desperately trying to get some three-point shots to drop. Basketball is a mental game just as much as it is a physical game, Chris. You get a couple of your three-point shooters out there and they see 2 or 3 in a row go in, it can change everything.
Absolutely. You're right. It is a mental game. And 1 leads to 2, leads to 5, 7, 8.
28.
That's what we're hoping. 14.
14 threes.
We saw that happen.
Listen. I don't know what Hutch is going to do in these next 20 minutes. If the Ravens hit 14 threes this half, they are winning this game.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true.
I'll call that now. I would bet that the number of teams that hit 14 threes in a second half and win are probably like 98%.
Probably so.
Not a whole lot went right for Coffeyville in that first 20 minutes. And yet they're down 2 scores and will have the basketball to start the second half. Little 8-0 run, Chris, and all of a sudden you got the lead and you feel good. That's all it takes.
No doubt.
I think the band was a little delayed there with their playing.
They were.
They got cut off.
It's a half a fight song.
Kuda trying to drive, lost the basketball. Kuda wanted a foul, didn't get it. Isaiah Jackson, I apologize, with the defense down low. 20 seconds into the second half. Hutch basketball, they lead it by 5. Largest lead of the day has been 7. Dudley inside, floater no good. Kuda taps it out to Popovich. Here comes Trent Ruth. Ruth, nice move inside. Trent Ruth, what a finish with the right hand.
Into the paint, into the lane, got it to go. Nice one.
That's the offense you need to see from this Red Raven team, Chris.
Absolutely. That's exactly right.
Quickness and around the rim. Interior. You know what Coach Turner always says as Aldridge hits the shot. Inside out.
Yep.
Score down low, the threes will come.
Absolutely.
37-32, Hutch the lead, 19 to play. Ruth has the last 4 points for the Red Ravens. Kuda, handoff to Popovich. Thought about the 3 off the screen, didn't love the look. Popovich down low to Rashid. Rashid lost the ball again, out of bounds. It will stay with Coffeyville this time. So an inbounds play here for Trent Ruth. And Griffith probing left. Bryan finding Ruth. Ruth thought about the triple. Got to go. 3 seconds to shoot. Ruth spinning. Tough shot. He can't get it. Kuda pulls down a rebound. Second chance opportunity here for the Red Ravens. Kuda going up. Fouled. Rashid Kuda will go to the free throw line. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification here on US 98. Kuda at the free throw line. First foul on DJ Dudley. First free throw for Kuda is good. Free throws, something the Ravens have done well tonight. 6 of 7 at the stripe so far. Kuda trying to make it a 2-for-2 trip. And he does. Ravens back within 3. They've kept close the entire night, but Hutch has not let them take the lead.
That's for sure. Even just a mini run would be good here.
Just tie it up, get some sort of momentum.
Exactly.
Arnold going baseline. Arnold inside lays it in. And again, Ravens score. Hutch has a response. Ruth trying to get inside. Abdul Hamid cuts him off. And now the pass goes to Tomboy. Been a quiet night for Tomboy. Pass down low. Kuda elevates and stuffs it.
That was a rim shaker.
Assault on the rim right there. Dudley attacking. Puts it up. Fouled. Is Kuda okay? Kuda crashed after the block, and he is still down on the ground for the Red Ravens. Daniel Tomboy having a conversation with his teammate, and they're going to try and get him up. Yeah, taking a look at that on replay. Can't tell if it's the hip when he landed or, he rolled the ankle. Yeah, he rolled the ankle.
Yeesh. But giving the thumbs up, though. I mean, goodness.
Kuda's saying he's good.
Yeah, he's good.
What a tough kid.
Yeah, showing incredible toughness there. Goodness.
Is he going to be good for 18 minutes? That's the question. That's going to start swelling up. Dudley at the free throw line. First free throw good. I didn't even see who the foul was called on.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Dudley trying to make it a 2 out of 2 trip, and he does.
When the big guy goes down, the foul almost becomes secondary.
17:45 to go. Hutch 41, Ravens 36. Hutch keeping their 2-score lead. Trent Ruth. Tomboy, Ruth, top of the key. Traveled. Ravens turn it over. And I can't believe with a team that's been the number 2 ranked defense in the all season long, and I'm saying this, but in the last 2 games, can the Ravens get a stop? That's what it comes down to right now. Hutchinson finding ways to score on every key possession. Aldridge guarded by Tomboy. Aldridge inside, fouled.
That's what drives like that.
First foul on Tomboy, more free throws coming for Hutch. Aldridge, 83% free throw shooter. Aldridge, one of the best free throw shooters on this team. He knocks down the first. One more here for Bo Aldridge, trying to bring it back up to a 7-point lead, and he does. That one deflected, stolen. Cannon got a hand on it. Now he will take the corner 3, and he missed it. Jackson on the glass, got it. Largest lead of the night for Hutch. They're up 9 here at Nellis Hall. The Coffeyville Community College Red Ravens, after playing lockdown defense for 20 games, there's a foul on Aldridge, have had troubles making defensive stops in the last 72 hours. Now down by 9 to a heated conference rival. Ruth. Screen comes from Kuda. Griffith catches and goes. Bryan trying to hand it off. That one loose. Bryan keeps it alive. Bryan to Popovich. Down low Kuda. Kuda going at Jackson. Spinning. Kuda up and under. Trying to go up. Blocked from behind. Got it back and scored it.
Good presence of mind to keep the offense going, even when it was blocked.
Aldridge trying to back down Bryan Griffith. Aldridge fouled by Bryan Griffith. That'll be third foul against the Ravens. First on Bryan. This will be an inbounds play here for Hutch. Jackson, handoff Dudley. These Hutch guards so quick. Might have gotten away with a travel. Arnold missed the shot. Kuda skies. It's Raven ball. (45-38), Hutch leads. Ravens bring it up, 16:09 to go. Ravens trying to avoid their first occasion this year with back-to-back losses. Griffith, nice ball fake. Bryan trying to get inside all the way. Bryan got it and one. Bryan Griffith with his second and one of the night. I had to fight through a double team there to see that one. Media timeout, 15:58 to go. Ravens 45-40. They trail by 5. Bryan Griffith will be at the free throw line. We're back in 60 seconds on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. 15:58 to go here at Nellis Hall. Red Ravens down 45-40. Brian Griffith will be at the free throw line, trying to complete the three-point play. Shane Hill, Chris Freund alongside with you here on US 98 and RRSN. Ravens trying to go for a Monday night win. This would be their 18th win of the year if they could get it done. Hutch trying to split the season series. Griffith hits the free throw. Ravens back within 4. They've trailed by as much as 9 tonight. Have only had the lead one time.
For about 3 seconds.
Aldridge so quick, trying to hand it off to Dudley. And now Dudley will back it up. He's guarded by Kuda. Dudley trying to go to work, trying to break down the big fella. Kuda got a hand on it. Dudley able to keep it alive. Step back, very tough shot. He got it. That's a 2-point shot, 47-41.
You can't play any better defense than Kuda did there, though. Goodness.
Ruth, Popovich. Down low to Kuda, foul by Jackson. 4th foul against Hutch. 4th foul against the Dragons, 3rd on Jackson. We'll see Amari Davis check back in. Ravens down by 6. Inbounds to Tomboy. Tomboy hands it off to Ruth. Trent Ruth, crossover, going at Dudley all the way inside. He got it! Trent Ruth, tough finish in traffic.
I don't know how he got that one to fall, Shay, but goodness, what a shot.
47-43, 15 to go. Ravens not going away. Dudley, ball fake, throws it up, fouled. That'll be on Ruth. Dudley, a 77% free throw shooter. He'll go right back to the line. Ravens just can't get key stops tonight. Really struggling. That'll be the 3rd on Ruth. And obviously a large part of that goes to the credit of the Hutchinson offense.
Right,
They
exactly.
played it really well, a really good game. Dudley and Aldridge, huge part of that. Cannon hasn't been quite as big of an impact as maybe some Raven fans expected, but he's the kind of guy that can get going at any time. 48-43, Kason Thomas in for Trent Ruth. And one more free throw here for Dudley. 48-43. And that one good. 49-43, Hutch lead right back up to 6. Pressure remains on the Ravens. Kason Thomas, Popovich, down low to Kuda. Nice catch. He goes up, he's blocked from behind by Davis. Great defensive play by the Dragons. Dudley all the way, fouled. That's the 3rd on Kuda. Free throws again for the Blue Dragons. They've led by as much as 9, currently lead this one by 6. 14:41 to go, and once again it's Dudley going back to the free throw line. First one, good. Free throw is good for Dudley. The Dragon lead is up to 8. Ravens again having to come back. That's a foul there on Davis, and that's going to be his 3rd. 5th team foul against Hutch. Each team now has 5 team fouls. And Popovich gets it into Caparasso, hands it off to Griffith. Pressure comes on Bryan. Griffith, crossover, pass. Kason Thomas a 3, that one off. Ravens just one made 3 tonight. Here comes Hutch trying to take their first double-digit lead of the night. Down low, this is Aldridge. Now Davis has it. Davis backing down Caparasso. Backdoor cut, Dudley, and he's fouled again. Foul on Kaysen Thomas. Starting to become a week the Raven defense would love to forget as fast as possible. Dudley has not missed a free throw at the line tonight. Neither have the Dragons. Boom.
We'll give you the credit on that one, Shay. Nice
Thank
announcer's
you.
jinx.
Thank
right there.
you. You know, any way I can help the team, I'm here for it. (52-43). Dudley goes 1 out of 2. Ravens facing their largest deficit of the night. They're down 9, 14 to go. Brian Griffith trying to get it to Caparasso. Got deflected. Now Charles has it. Backing down Davis. Tough shot. Caparasso, no. Rebound Cannon. Griffith nearly took that one away, but it's out of bounds off of the Red Ravens. Mounts play here for the Dragons. They get it to Dudley. That's the hot hand. TJ Dudley, handoff to Aldridge. Aldridge has about as much quickness as anyone in this league. Amari Davis. Dudley really feeling good about the way he's playing right now. Dudley behind the back, getting to the baseline, spinning, trying to back down again all the way inside, and a jump ball. Possession arrow stays with Hutch.
Good defense by Coffeyville.
That was Kaysen Thomas down there playing the good defense. Davis. Dudley, 3 to shoot. Dudley got to go. Tough shot. Dudley missed it. Tomboy pulls down the rebound. Here's Griffith. Ravens down 9, 13:04 to play. Can they go on a run? Brian all the way inside, fouled. Brian Griffith will go to the free throw line. That's going to be the 4th on Amari Davis. So Brian Griffith back at the free throw line for the Red Ravens. Griffith has been outstanding tonight. First free throw, good. One more here for Brian. Second free throw for Griffith, you bet. Migulich comes in for Caparasso. 13:02 to go. Hutch 52, Ravens 45. Hutch has never led this game by double digits. They have led this game for about 99% of its progress so far. Dudley, guarded by Thomas. DJ Dudley, probing, kicking. Kobe Smith lays it in. Defensive breakdown there by the Red Ravens. 54-45. Griffith lost it, got it back. Brian all the way inside, fouled again.
And almost got that one to go. How crazy is that?
First foul on Kobe Smith.
This has the potential of being a very long half, Shay. 6 fouls for Coffeyville, 7 for Hutch.
Both teams in the bonus with 12.5 to go. Griffith again knocks down the first. Could end up being a pretty high-scoring game, too. 54-46, still 12.5 to go. Hutch on pace for about 80-85. Ravens on pace for about 75-80. Griffith goes 2 out of 2.
Especially as much as the clock is going to stop for free throws.
Dudley. Guarded by Kaysen Thomas. Dudley working left. Screen comes from Cannon. Dudley, foul by Nagulich. And free throws again coming for DJ Dudley. Second on Relia Nagulich. Dudley. Got it. One more here for Dudley. Missed it. Got his own rebound. It's just been that kind of week for the Ravens as Arnold lays it in and gives Hutch a 10-point lead. Brian Griffith has it, 12 minutes to go. Ravens are down 10. Now Tomboy. Hand off Tyrell Smith. Tyrell backing up. Wanting to attack. Now kicking to Kaysen Thomas, who hands it off to Tomboy. Back to Kaysen. Now Griffith, 5 to shoot. Ravens have really had a tough time getting any offense going outside of that man. He can't hit that shot. Tomboy fouled on the way down. Media timeout, 11:41 to go. Ravens in big-time trouble at home. They're down 10 to Hutch. We're back in 60 seconds on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. (57-47). Ravens trail to the Hutchinson Blue Dragons here at Nellis Hall. 11:41 to play. Shane Hill, Chris Freund alongside with you here on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. Ravens will be back in action again on Wednesday night up in Concordia against the Cloud County Thunderbirds. Good friend of the station, Austin McNorton, will bring you those games here on our family of stations on US 98. Daniel Tomboy will be at the free throw line after the foul. First free throw for Tomboy. No good. Empty possession for the Red Ravens. Now have to play defense down 10. Arnold to Cannon. Now back to Arnold. Arnold and Dudley have been the catalysts for this Hutchinson attack tonight. Cannon trying to get going here in the second half. Tough shot, and he missed it. Offensive rebound, Jackson. Abdul Hamid now back out to Arnold. 11:06 to go. Nice ball fake there. 7 to shoot. Cannon attacking again. Cannon spinning. Tough shot, missed it. Rebound, Tomboy. Griffith. Ravens down 10, need to go on their run. Ruth steps into a triple, missed it. Tomboy wrestles for it. It's a jump ball, and it will stay with Coffeyville.
That's a huge jump ball, Shade. That'll keep the possession with Coffeyville. They need to get some points after that stomp.
Kuda comes in for Tomboy. Now 10:46 to go. Raven basketball, 20 on the shot clock. Ruth looking for an inbounds pass. Nagulich. Now Brian. Brian guarded by Abdul Hamid. Hutch team is long. A lot of 6'4", 6'5" guards down there. Ruth. Jump ball, Hutch basketball. Ravens want a foul call. They're not going to get it. Dudley will bring it up for Hutch. They have the basketball, leading it by 10. Abdul Hamid finding Jackson. Isaiah Jackson guarded by Kuda, hands off to Dudley. 15 to shoot. Dudley dancing on Ruth. Screen. Pass down low to Jackson. He goes up. He missed it. Rebound to Gulich. A lot of contact. No foul. Ravens coming the other way with the basketball. Tyrell Smith now to Ruth. Ruth down low to Kuda. Kuda, mid-range jump shot. Yes. Kuda hits the shot. It's an 8-point game.
Nice little jump shot there by Kuda.
Can the Ravens get consistent stops? That's been the problem all night long. Dudley turning the corner, kicking. Corner three, Abdul Hamid missed it. And the rebound, Jackson. Arnold will wind up for three. In and out. Rebound, Kuda. Ravens catch a break, but another offensive rebound for Hutch. Ruth gets off a screen. Kicks it to Tyrell Smith. Nice ball fake. Smith spinning, pressured, finding Kuda. Kuda backing down. Kuda is fouled by Jackson with 9:22 to go. So now I believe both Jackson and Davis have 4 with 9:22 to go.
That could loom large, Shay.
Oh my goodness. We have some really outstanding breaking news that just came through. Matt Jordan got to sound the siren for the first time tonight at the NATO game. What a special moment.
Hooray.
Good for him. Kuda here at the free throw line. Ravens down 8. Free throw is good. Maury Davis back in for Bobby Cannon. 9:22 to go. Kuda now trying to cut it down to 6. The Ravens have one run in them to pull them right back in it. Kuda knocks it down, 57-51. Can the defense get another stop? 9:15 to go. Aldridge. Abdul Hamid. Popovich moves to the scorer's table. Smith working left to Dudley. Dudley guarded by Ruth. Dudley gets a screen. One to dance. Getting inside. Step back floater. Good. And again, Hutch with a response. 8:48 to play. 59-51 Blue Dragons. Griffith finding Nagulich. Nagulich trying to get it down low to Kudo. That one up in the air. Dudley tried to keep it alive and did. Hutch with a steal up ahead. Aldridge. Handoff Abdul Hamid. Hutch with a chance to go back up by double digits. Smith. Aldridge. Davis back to Aldridge. 12 to shoot here for Hutch. Bo Aldridge, nice move to create space. Missed the shot. Rebound Kuda. Griffith all the way inside. Blocked. And Hutch keeps it alive. Smith winds up for a corner three. He got in and out. Spun out. Davis could not pull down the rebound. That one was three-quarters of the way home. Yeah. Wow. Griffith again trying to attack. Floater. Yes. 59-53. Brian Griffith cuts it down to 6. 7:35 to play. Raven fans trying to get the team fired up. Davis trying to get it to Smith and finally does. 5 to shoot. Kobe Smith down low. Davis. Davis going to work. Puts it up. Missed it. Rebound Tyrell Smith. Can the Ravens get some momentum? Here comes Brian. Bump by Smith. Now gets it to Ruth. Now Nagulich. Ravens down 6. Griffith. Smith. Ruth. Corner three. And missed it. Out of bounds. And Hutch basketball. Ravens claiming it was off the knee of the Dragons. We'll see if they look at it. Media timeout. 6:58 to go. We're back in a minute with the Ravens down 6 here on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. 59-53. Blue Dragons lead the Red Ravens here at Nellis Hall. Shane Hill, Chris Freund alongside with you. 6:58 to play. Call on the field, or call on the court, I should say. Still it is Hutchinson basketball. After that 50-50 ball out of bounds, here comes Dudley. Now Cannon. Ravens have only led once tonight, have not been able to get it down much closer than this, and Aldridge elevates and stuffs it. Nice backdoor cut there for the freshman out of Topeka. 61-53, Ruth, Tomboy. Tomboy working right, handoff Brian Griffith. Griffith trying to turn the corner. Pass down low, Kuda. Kuda had it poked, got it back, goes up, blocked. And Hutch coming the other way. It's Cannon. Oh my goodness, a right-hand tomahawk. That was from near the free throw line. Hutch back up 10. Griffith, floater, blocked by Cannon. Popovich pulls it down, passes to Griffith. Good look for three. In and out. It has been a miserable night for the Ravens from beyond the arc. Just one made three in 34 minutes. (63-53), Aldridge finding Davis. Davis, Dudley, Cannon, down low to Davis. Breakdown defensively and an easy layup for Hutch. And they have their largest lead of the night. They're up a dozen with 5:35 to play. Ruth, timeout Jay Herkelman. We'll take it with them. Ravens in a whole lot of trouble. They're down 65-53, 5:37 to go. We're back in 60 seconds on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. (65-53), Red Ravens trail to the Hutchinson Blue Dragons. 5:37 to go. Shane Hill, Chris Freund alongside with you here on US 98 and RRSN. We talked about at the beginning of the second half that all it took was an 8-0 run to flip the script of this game and get back in it, take the lead. Well, now it's a little more urgent. You need that 8-0 run to stay alive here in this one.
There was an 8-0 run, Shay. It was just the other team that really had the 8-0 run. 3 dunks in a row.
And every time, credit to Kyle Fisher's squad, every time the Ravens have done anything offensively tonight, Hutch has had a near immediate response. Griffith in trouble, gets it to Ruth, right back to Brian. Brian on the left wing, attacking, trying to get it to Kuda. Kuda attacking, goes up, blocked from behind again. Dudley coming the other way. The Hutch interior defense has really stepped up in these last couple minutes.
A little different this game than the last one.
65-53, 5 minutes to play, and Hutch will wisely slow it down. Aldridge, Cannon, 7 to shoot. Dudley spinning, looking for separation. Dudley, 2 to shoot. Throws it up, lost it. Griffith took it away. Here comes Brian the other way, slows it down. Griffith attacking, puts it up, puts it in. Griffith makes it a 10-point game. 65-55, 4.5 to play. Smith Step back. Fakes at the free throw line. Kicks to Jackson. 10 to shoot for Hutch. Smith trying to probe. Behind the back. Jackson couldn't control it. It's still loose, and it's thrown away. Ravens with a steal. Now they want to push. Ruth going at Aldridge. Now slows it down. Ruth step back, in and out. And a foul against Jackson. His day is done. So Jackson's day comes to an end. 4:01 to go. Free throws coming for Kuda. Ravens down 10, really needing to find a way to piece together scores and stops. Kuda's first free throw is good. Might have been the prettiest free throw Rashid's taken all year. One more here for the big fella. Stares down the rim. And missed that one off the back of the iron. Rebound Cannon. 9-point game, 3:55 to go. Aldridge, full head of steam, now backs up to the right wing. Kobe Smith has it top of the key. Smith guarded by Griffith. Dudley on the left wing now. 10 to shoot here for Hutch, leading by 9. Ravens trying to start a run that could get him back into this. Dudley, and it's good on the bounce. DJ Dudley has been dynamite from the mid-range here tonight. Griffith works it right to Ruth. Ruth to Tomboy. Tomboy throws it up, fouled. That'll be on Bobby Cannon. He took a hit. Cannon a little shaken up. He's going to run right out of here. Off to the locker room. Goodness. Media timeout. We'll take one with them. We're back in 60 seconds. Ravens down 11. Running out of time here at Nellis Hall. We're back in a minute. Back here from Nellis Hall, Ravens down 67-56. Bobby Cannon bolted out of here. He is back now on the Hutchinson sideline. After looking at that on replay, I can see why he bolted out of here.
Yeah.
Let's just say it's a place on the body the adult male never hopes to get hit.
Never.
First free throw for Tomboy, no good.
He's trying to walk it off.
I don't know if there's walking that off. Tomboy missed them both. Rebound pulled down by Hutch. Ravens really running out of time here tonight at home. Hutchinson has played a very complete game of basketball. Abdul Hamid. Kobe Smith. 3 minutes to go. Dudley has it in the corner with 7 to shoot. Dudley the fake, guarded by Griffith. Step back, fading. He missed it short. Rebound pulled down by Kuda. Got to go now if you're the Red Ravens. Trent Ruth, handoff Tomboy. Tomboy, top of the key. Back to Ruth. Trent sends a triple. Got it. Just the second three of the night for the Red Ravens. They were 1 of 14, and they're back within 8.
That's a huge three. That's an understatement, but it's a huge three for Coffeyville.
Dudley has it on the right wing. Ravens cannot allow any points. Davis spinning back to Dudley. Dudley now to Abdul Hamid. It's their best three-point shooter. Abdul Hamid getting inside. Floater in the lane, and he can't get it. Rebound loose, and Hutch ball. 2:05 to go. Bobby Cannon will come back in. Still a little limp there, but.
Right. There may be a little limp for a little while.
Yeah, no kidding. Timeout on the floor. We'll take a quick one as well. We're back in 30 seconds here at Nellis Hall. Ravens down 8 with 2:05 to go. We're back in 30 seconds. $59, 2:05 to go. Shane Neal, Chris Freund alongside with you. Ravens down 8. If you're Coffeyville here now, I'm not going to say the formula is simple, but you know what you got to do.
Yep.
They can't score anymore, and you got to score every time you touch the ball.
Absolutely.
Maury Davis, Dudley, Kobe Smith, under 2 minutes to play. Pick and roll, that one deflected, kept alive by Cannon. Dudley has it now, and it's Aldridge trying to get around Tomboy, step back, got it. And that one hurts. Ravens down 10, 1:40 to go. Griffith lost the ball, still loose. Bryan able to re-corral it. And now Ruth has it, 12 to shoot, under 90 seconds to play. Popovich down low to Kuda, foul. And I believe that's going to be the 5th on Amari Davis. So 2 Hutch forwards have fouled out. We'll see Abdul Hamid check back in. Cannon's going to play the center the rest of this game, which that's a huge advantage for Kuda, but being down 10, you really can't go for twos every time you touch the ball.
Yeah, exactly.
Kuda will be at the free throw line here for the Red Ravens after Davis fouls out. First one is good. If this result were to hold, Hutchinson would improve to 15-8 and 11-6 in league play. Ravens would fall to 17-6 and 13-4 in conference play. It would be the first 2-game losing streak of the year for Coffeyville. Kuda goes 2 out of 2. 69-61. Inbounds gets to Dudley. Popovich stumbles. Dudley all the way. Lost the ball. It will stay with Hutch. With 1:23 to go. Dudley trying to get it inbounds and throws it right off of Ruth. And it's Red Raven ball because it hit the foot of Dudley.
Wow.
Tried to make a high IQ play and it backfired. Dudley's upset. He's pleading his case. And they're going to go look at it. I think Dudley's trying to say it hit Griffith or hit Ruth and then hit the ground and then hit him. And it shouldn't count that it hit him.
Right.
Well, obviously, they're looking to see if it hit Dudley before it hit the ground.
Right.
This is a big call.
It is. It's a huge call.
1:23 to go.
Did Timmy Trumpet help us now?
Ravens, if the call were to stand, would get the ball back with 1:23 to go, trying to get it back down to a 2-score game. And they're getting high definition slow-mo right here.
Yes, they are.
Got to get it right in this
Absolutely.
moment. You got to make sure you get it right.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they've reached a verdict. And it is Hutch ball. They say it did hit the floor before it hit Dudley's foot. So Hutch ball, 1:23 to play. Inbounds goes to Dudley. Dudley to Smith. Feels like the next score may be the dagger here for Hutch. Aldridge. Crossover move. Downhill. Backdoor cut to Dudley. 3 for Cannon is good. And that certainly feels like the dagger here at Nellis Hall. Bobby Cannon, nothing but net.
1 minute left.
Down low, and Kuda fouled by Cannon. 58.7 to play. Fourth on Bobby Cannon. Kuda's drawn a combined 14 fouls on the 3 primary forwards.
Yep.
If that doesn't describe Rashid Kuda's game in one stat, I don't know what does.
Right.
Hard to stop. First free throw is short. Under a minute to play, Ravens down 11. It would take a pretty impressive finish here at Nellis Hall. Free throw is good, 72-62. Hutchinson leads it by 10. They will cross half court. Aldridge. Now the Ravens dial up their pressure, and Aldridge fouled by Popovich. First on Popovich. Free throws coming for Aldridge. It will be the 1-and-1. Aldridge, an 83% free throw shooter. Probably not the guy you wanted to foul. But when you're down 10 late, you can't be picky and choosy.
Yeah, had no choice.
Free throw is good. Timeout, Kyle Fisher. We'll take a quick one as well. We're back in 30 seconds here on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. A second free throw coming for Hutchinson's Bo Aldridge. And he sinks it. Trent Ruth all the way inside, kick to the corner. Great look for Popovich, and he missed it. Kuda pulls down an offensive rebound up strong and dunks it. 37.7 to play, and Dudley, pressured immediately, gets out of the double team and is fouled. Kuda with the contact, 31.3 to play. Fourth on Kuda. For the second straight game, Chris, I'm going to give credit to the opposition. I think Hutch has played a really good game tonight.
Very solid.
But I will say, it's not the first time this year, but it's been pretty few and far between. You can count on one hand the times this year I've felt that the Ravens have some issues to fix.
Right.
And they have Cloud County on Wednesday. They have Cali on Saturday. And if I know this team, they're going to be hard at work in practice tomorrow. But
no doubt.
They certainly have some communication stuff on defense to work on. They got to find a way to get their three-point shot back.
Yeah, that's crucial.
And they got to hope Justin Taylor's not out very long.
Right, exactly.
Ruth all the way inside. A lot of contact. Foul. He'll go to the line. 26.5 to go. Second on Bo Aldridge. First free throw here for Ruth. He'll get 2 of them. It's good. Aldridge went to Highland Park out of Topeka. Season high in points, 22. She scored against Butler and Labette. Ruth knocks down a pair. But Aldridge, he's an impressive player, and he'll have the ball here as they bring it up. I think Coach Herkelman's going to call off the Dogs. That is exactly what's going to happen. Hutchinson Blue Dragons are going to win here at Nellis Hall, 76-66. The final in this one. Kyle Fisher gets his 8th win of his career against Jay Herkelman. And the Ravens and Blue Dragons split the regular season series. Dragons come to Nellis Hall and get some payback for the December matchup. Ravens, for the first time all year, have dropped consecutive games, and they'll have to regroup when they go to Cloud County on Wednesday night. Red Raven postgame show coming up next. Let's take a 4-minute timeout. We'll be right back. Red Raven postgame show starts in 4 minutes here on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. the Red Raven post-game show. Ravens fall in this one 76-66 to the Hutchinson Blue Dragons. First time all year the Ravens have dropped consecutive games. And Chris, at the end of the day, I mean, I'm not going to say the sky is falling by any means. They're still 17-6. They're still nationally ranked. It's still a team that has a great chance to win this conference and go on a run in the national tournament. But at the same time, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to the people at home and say that everything's gonna be fine. There's definitely things that this team needs to work on if they want to be the last team standing in this conference at the end of the year.
Absolutely. First of all, it's got to be three-point shooting. And I know we'll talk about that in just a little bit. But not only three-point shooting, but somebody, and Kuda did that tonight. But there's got to be more consistent people that step up and help Brian on the offensive end.
No question about that. Ravens end up only committing 9 turnovers, but only 5 team assists. The absence of Justin Taylor certainly felt in that aspect of the game. Hutchinson finishes shooting 49% from the floor, 33% from 3, 89% from the free throw line. The Red Ravens end up shooting 37% from the floor, 13% from 3, just 2 of 16 on the day, and 77% of the free throw line. Was a good day for the Ravens at the charity stripe. Ravens fall in the rebound battle, 38-33. Hutchinson outscores the Ravens 35-30 in the first half, 41-36 in the second half. Coffeyville had 8 points off turnovers. Hutchinson had 6. Hutchinson's bench outscores the Red Raven bench 16-9. That's another thing we talked about was that second unit stepping up. Going to have to do more than 9 points, Chris.
Right, absolutely.
And then, of course, Hutchinson with 4 made threes to Coffeyville's 2. And the Ravens did get more second chance points, 14 to Hutchinson's 9. Leading the way for the Blue Dragons tonight, DJ Dudley had 26. Bo Aldridge had 22. Bobby Cannon had 10. Khalil Arnold had 7. And Amari Davis finished with 4. Going to be hard, and this is not just a Red Raven thing. Obviously, the Red Ravens would tell you they got to play better defense on this duo. But it's going to be hard for a lot of teams in the Jayhawk to beat Hutch if Dudley and Aldridge are combining for 48 points.
Absolutely. Incredible athletes, and they did an incredible job not only getting to the rim, but getting to the free throw line and making those free throws.
Really impressive day for Dudley. I know it maybe not the most fun time to give flowers to the opposition, but right. Dudley finishes tonight 26 points on 8 of 13 shooting, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. Just a really complete effort from a really talented point guard for Hutch. And Coffeyville led by Brian Griffith, who had 22 points. Rashid Kuda finished with 20 and 7. 11 points tonight for Trent Ruth, 5 for Relia Nagulich, 4 for Charles Caparasso, 2 for Popovich, 2 for Tomboy. That's your Red Raven scores here tonight as they fall to 17 and 6 on the season. Hutchinson now 15 and 8. And 11-6 in league play. The Red Ravens now 17-6 and 13-4 in conference play. And with this loss, obviously, still 7 games to go. I say it every single night, Chris, that we still got games to play.
Right.
But Barton back within 1 game now in 3rd place. So not only are you looking at Cali ahead of you, you also got to start looking at Barton behind you because they're coming and they're closing the gap.
Yeah. There's no doubt. Whatever is wrong, you got to fix it, and you got to fix it quick.
Well, and obviously we knew when the schedule came out in preseason that Coffeyville-Barton being the last game of the year at Nellis Hall had a chance to be a big one.
Absolutely.
And it's looking like it's going to be a big one.
Huge.
Might be winner gets the 2 seed at the end of the day. So it could end up being a massive, massive showdown at Nellis Hall. But obviously we got plenty of games to get to before we get to that one. Ravens are going to hit the road and go to Cloud County on Wednesday night. Lady Ravens will be back in action. They pushed those start times back a little bit. Ladies will play at 6. Boys will play at 8. We'll have coverage beginning at 5:45.
And it's interesting. Maybe that's what they need. I mean, they've had, 4 games, 5 games at home now? A pretty good stretch of being at home. Maybe a change of scenery.
Different routine.
Maybe a different routine. Got to give it a different.
Worth a shot.
Yeah,
Worth a shot. And, of course, the Ravens will be on the road the rest of the week. They'll head to Cali on Saturday, big doubleheader there with the Cali Tigers. Cali's girls team, as we know, one of the most dangerous offenses in this league. Not going to be easy. The Ravens won here in overtime over Cali. And then the men, of course, the Cali men are a top 10 team in America. So that's going to be a really tough doubleheader and a really tough place to play in Arc City. Ravens will be back at home next Wednesday when they take on the Butler Grizzlies. So it does not get any easier.
No.
Concordia, very tough place to play. Cali, maybe the best team in this league at this moment in time on the men's side at least, and the girls very tough as well. And then back at Nellis Hall, but you take on Butler in a big-time rivalry game. So as Coach Herc and Coach Turner say every single night, welcome to the Jayhawk. It does not get any easier any single time you're out here on the floor.
Very true, very true.
Let's take a quick 3-minute timeout. We'll put a bow on this one when we come back here on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. Ravens fall 76-66, the final in this one here at Nellis Hall to the Hutchinson Blue Dragons. Fall to 17-6 on the year. Shea Neal now talking to assistant coach Jordan Bailey. Coach, second straight day that your defense, I don't want to say struggled, but had some miscommunications on that end that led to some good looks for Hutch, both inside and outside. What are some adjustments this team's going to look to make defensively before you hit the road for Cloud and Cali?
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously we're getting our legs back underneath us. You know, we talked about that Saturday, but yeah, I mean that doesn't affect our communication. You got to talk a little bit more. Got to move feet a little bit more. You know, obviously hats off to Coach Fisher and that group. They've got a very talented backcourt, but I mean it's the best league in the country. I mean you're gonna have to guard if you want to have a chance at winning it. You're gonna have to guard really good guards, and up until the last couple games we've been doing that, and we'll get back to doing that.
Coach, I know a big part of this is not having Justin Taylor out there tonight, but I thought your team took care of the basketball pretty well. Only 9 turnovers tonight, but didn't distribute the basketball as well as we've seen at times this year. Only 5 team assists for the group, 2 for Trent, 1 for Brian, but it felt like on a lot of possessions, and I'm sure you and Coach Herc would agree, that it was almost kind of stagnant with the way that the offense was running, and it was a lot of contested shots and almost felt like having to force something up or create something late in the shot clock. What's going to be the key to more movement and more smoothness offensively?
Yeah, and obviously Justin's a very good player, and anytime you lose one of your integral players, there's a little bit of trying to figure stuff out, right? And so I think that was probably part of that. We're excited to get him back, hopefully, and keep it moving in the right direction. But yeah, just have to keep the ball moving and keep the pace up.
Coach, last thing I have for you. Appreciate you taking some time. Don't like having to ask 3 questions about what this team can do better, but something we talked about before the game, this team struggled from beyond the arc these last couple weeks, and I know there's ups and downs in the game of basketball of shooting efficiency, and some nights you hit 16 like Garden City, some nights you hit 3 or 4, but this team has a lot of great three-point shooters on this team. What's going to be the key to getting that that aspect of this offense back to a more consistent place? Because if you're going to beat these leagues best, you got to be able to hit 5, 6, 7 threes a night.
Well, I think you said it, Shay. There's ups and downs within the game, but then there's also ups and downs within the season, and a lot of really good teams that go on to achieve really good results have valleys in the middle of the year. And I think as a coach, you always want to have these. You want to play your best at the end of the season. And even though we're approaching that time, there's still time left, and we're going to get this stuff figured out and start on the upward trend.
Coach, Chris made a good point, and I want to kind of run it by you. Obviously, I know you love playing at Nellis Hall. You love having the home fans here. But after having 4 of 5 at home and kind of 5 straight games in the county, is it almost, maybe a hidden blessing to go on the road to Concordia and Arc City this week, maybe just to switch up the environment, switch up the routine a little bit, and maybe get this team kind of, clear in the head, weight off the shoulder kind of thing?
Oh, we love playing at home. And I would much rather play at home than play on the road. Yeah, we've had success on the road this year, and hopefully that trend continues. But it's the best home atmosphere in the Jayhawk Conference, and the best fans, best student section in the conference, and there's no other place we'd rather play.
No question about it. Jordan Bailey, good enough to join us. Coach, back in action on Wednesday night against Cloud County. We wish you the best of luck and safe travels on the trip.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Our US 98 Red Raven Heartland Internet Player of the Game coming up next. Let's take a 60-second break. We'll be right back. 66 over the Red Ravens here at Nellis Hall. Shea Neal wrapping this one up here with our Heartland Internet Player of the Game. Reminder at Heartland Internet, you're not just a number, you're our neighbor. Heartland Internet serving parts of Montgomery, Chautauqua, and Elk Counties. Our Heartland Internet Player of the Game for the second straight game. Brian Griffith, 22 points on 6 of 13 shooting, 10 of 10 at the free throw line. Also dished out an assist, had a rebound as well. Brian, obviously I know it's not fun to talk about your team coming up short, but we talked about it with Coach a little bit. Having Justin Taylor out tonight, it felt like at times this offense kind of struggled to move the basketball and have that pace and that motion that you normally have. You being a point guard, what's going to be the key to getting that back for this upcoming road trip?
Really just trying to play in transition. That's what we've been working on in practice, is trying to get the ball down the court, and that's going to help us out. We can get down the court and move in transition, then we don't have to play in half-court sets. So that could prevent that.
Brian, obviously, I think, the team that had the number 2 ranked defense in the conference for 20 games is much more of the story than the defense of the last couple of days. It's had some miscommunication, and it's almost inevitable at the point of a long season that there's going to be some peaks and valleys. But what's going to be the key when you hit practice tomorrow, getting ready for Cloud County, on tightening up this defense and getting it back to where it's been the last couple months?
Really just getting our edge back. I feel like we let the outside noise get to us, all the rankings and the winning get to us. So really just getting our edge back. This could be a good thing for us to keep losing. But, we got to get back to how we was playing.
No doubt. Brian, last thing I have for you, obviously 2 tough road games coming up for you. Cloud County, really tough place to play up there in Concordia with a first-year head coach and a talented team. And then Cowley on Saturday. What do you got to do to come back to Nellis with a couple wins?
Like I said, just getting our edge back, playing hard, doing the things we've been doing all season.
Brian Griffith, our Heartland Internet Player of the Game, finishing with a team-high 22 points tonight for the Red Ravens at Heartland Internet. You're not just a number, you're our neighbor, serving parts of Chautauqua, Elk, and Montgomery counties. We appreciate Heartland Internet sponsoring the Player of the Game. We appreciate Brian for joining us here in the postgame. Brian, thanks so much, and safe travel up to Concordia.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Absolutely. Appreciate Chris, appreciate Andrew, appreciate Blaine, appreciate Scott. I'm Shane Neal saying so long from Nellis Hall. Final score 76-66. We're back in action Wednesday night, 5:45. As the Ravens take on the Cloud County Thunderbirds. Good night. Let's get back to the music here on US 9.